Okay, tell me what let me do this. We're tape number 5 on our way back from the 2008 summer vacation. We're going to do our little wrap up. Each person is going to talk for about 5 minutes answering questions, which I will do.
Okay. Hurry up and start it. Ready, Bella?
So you get 30 seconds. First one, I want you to tell us about Las Vegas.
Well, Las Vegas was really fun, and it was something new because it had like everything. It had like, it had the Paris thing, the really tall thing, and New York where the pizza was really fun. It was good, and it was really fun, and we saw the pirate show, and we stayed in a really big hotel, and that was like a graduation present for us since we both graduated. So.
All right, and tell us your memories about Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon is also really fun. It was like, I've never seen anything like it, and it was really pointy and fun, but it was also really hot, just like Las Vegas, and I had to carry around a spray bottle because it was so hot, because I didn't want to get a bloody nose like it got in Reno from a basketball tournament. Anyway, we took a couple hikes, and it was really, really fun.
Okay.
And we also did stargazing, which was amazing.
Yeah, good memory. Okay, Arches and Moab.
Arches was also fun. We didn't get to see so many arches, but we saw like the traditional one, and we went on like really fun hikes. And Moab was a really nice town. It was really cute, and it had like a drive-through of espressos for Mom and stuff like that. It was really cute.
Very good. And on the road to Colorado.
I don't remember that because I was like watching TV and doing other stuff. But before we went to Colorado, I remember going on a really big bike ride down this mountain with my dad, and it was really fun.
Glenwood Springs, that was.
Yeah, that was Glenwood Springs.
Okay, and the 3 or 4 days we were in Longmont, what's your memory?
Oh, so we went shopping, which was fun. I got a bunch of new clothes, and we went river rafting, which was really scary but fun. And we went to the mountains, and I played in the snow, and we went on a couple hikes. That was also really fun.
And when we were in the Black Hills and Mount Rushmore area.
Mount Rushmore was really cool. I've never seen anything like it. And we saw Crazy Horse and Mount Rushmore, and I didn't get why they called it Black Hills because it was just dark green. And it was fun. There was a lot, and we saw Badlands, which was like Bryce Canyon.
Good memory. Devil's Tower.
Oh, Devil's Tower. Devil's Tower was really cool. We stayed in the KOA right under Devil's Tower, and we took a hike around it, and at the KOA we saw a movie that was shot right near Devil's Tower.
Cody.
Cody, was really fun. It was a really long ride to get to Cody. I don't remember much about it, but I do remember there was a bunch of museums and the big dam and the little town, and me and Nicole went miniature golfing.
In Jackson. It was a short stay, but Jackson.
Like Penny's?
No, that was Idaho.
Ranch?
Jackson was where Nicole and I rode the intertubes, and
so,
you and Mom went to, and you didn't.
I don't have much memories of Jackson, but I remember one thing where Dad and Nicole went river tubing while me and Mom stayed where they were end because I was too scared to do it because of the river rafting. And Dad got a really big scratch like under his arm, and I'm glad I didn't do it. I played in the mud.
Idaho, which could either be in town or at the ranch.
Okay, so there's a lot of things to say about this. We did the ranch, and Nicole did the ski run, and she went to the shooting range. I didn't get to do that, and I'm really angry about that.
Don't talk about me.
And so it was really fun. I got to have a bunch of sleepovers, like Shelby, Sage, and Kylie slept over in my van. And in Penny's, we went river rafting on a small one, and I agreed to do it. Because it wasn't, and I started to cry because I got scared because I almost fell out onto a pointy rock. And we did a lot of bike rides, and we went to this pond where there's fish.
Okay, 2 bonus questions. If you could do one day over again, what would you do over again if you could do it again?
Probably.
Is that what Mom's question was?
Yeah, I think probably yesterday when I hit Nicole on the knee really hard, and I really hurt my arm. That was probably it. Yeah, so I wouldn't hurt my arm.
Okay. And the final question, another bonus question. Of all the people that you met, who was the most interesting or funnest new friend you met?
Well, Julia and Sage age I wouldn't say because I know them all my life.
So
But Shayna and Shelby were new when I met them, and I made really good friends with them. So I guess them.
What's their last name?
Cohen.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
I want to be in the back.
Okay.
I want to ask the questions.
Go ahead. Talk about Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Okay, Las Vegas was a stop that I really was looking forward to, and probably one of my favorite stops. It was really fun to walk around the Strip, which is the main strip, and got to see all the really fancy hotels and walk around. We saw a pirate dance show, which was really cool, and it was just a really cool experience to be in Las Vegas where there's gambling, and it's a totally different state than other states, but it's really fun to be there.
Alright. Go just in time. Next one, Isabella, what is it?
Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon is the first national park we went to, and I thought it was really, really incredible how red it was, and the peaks and the staircases, how it was just it was naturally made. It looks like it was man-made and someone painted it, but it was really naturally made. So we did a hike there that I really liked, and it was nice, and we went under all these little swerves and tunnels, and it was really fun to be at Bryce Canyon.
Okay. Arches.
In Moab? Okay, Arches National Park. We went there, and we didn't camp there, but we went there to the day, and we took lots of mini hikes to balanced rock, which is a rock that looks like it was balanced, and delicate arch and all these arches, and it was really pretty. I wish we could have seen more because it was really interesting. And Moab was a cute little town, kind of a small little town, and I had a really good smoothie there, and yeah.
Okay. Road to Colorado.
Road to Colorado was really nice. We were by the river. I don't know, is that the Colorado River? Well, it was a really nice road, and we went by the river, and it was a pretty scene. And and then we stopped at Olive Garden to have dinner, which was really yummy.
Good memory.
Okay. While we were in Longmont.
Longmont was also with Grandma was another one of my favorite stops. Probably there, one of my favorite things we did there was the whitewater rafting. It was a really fun expedition we did. It wasn't like rafting we do in our boat. It was more intense with lots of white water, and I really liked it. At first it was scary, but it was really fun. And we also saw fireworks with the July, shopping with Grandma, and just spending time with Grandma and Grandpa at their house in Longmont was really nice and relaxing, and I really liked it.
Okay, Black Hills and Rushmore.
Black Hills and Rushmore was really cool. We stayed at this one campground where where it was a little river, and me and Bella went tubing in it because that's what it was for, and they had tubes. We went tubing, and one of the nights there was a thunderstorm, and it was really cool. And then Rushmore, I've been waiting forever to see, and we finally saw it. And even though it wasn't as big as I thought it'd be, it was really incredible to see it and take a walk around it and learn the history of it, and I really liked it. I also like Badlands. Sorry.
Devil's Tower.
Devil's Tower was really cool. We got there in the afternoon, and we stayed in a KOA that was really fun. And at night, I noticed especially, it looked really incredible because it looked like this big dark figure with the stars behind it, and it just looked really pretty because it was just kind of like a dark figure in the sky. It looked really cool. And then the day we took a hike around it, and we could see it up close and what it looked like and how it was formed, and it was really pretty.
Cody.
Cody is an old western town, and we stayed at a campground there by a lake. And Cody went to museums, and me and Bella went mini golfing, which was really fun. And we went to this little park where we had lunch, and it was another really cute town. And it was cool to see it was different because it was all western. Because even though California's in the west, we don't have those cowboy things and rodeos. So it was really cool how other lifestyles of western people live.
Okay, Jackson.
Jackson, Wyoming, I really liked it the first time we went 2 years ago, so I was really excited to go again. We passed by Yellowstone and Tetons, which are two of my favorite national parks. And me and Dad, we went tubing in the river, and it was so much fun. It was incredible. It wasn't as fun as the white water rafting. It was really fun. We went in the tube, we went down little waterfalls, and we crashed into trees, and then we got lost. And it was really fun because the water was actually going fast, so we can really feel like we're going, and it was really fun.
And the ranch.
Or in town, Idaho.
Or in town, yeah.
Okay, both Ketchum and the ranch in Idaho is always like one of my favorite stops. The ranch was really fun. I met lots of new people. I was with Julia, but I was also with a different group because I met lots of new friends, and we went swimming at the ranch, and I did the ski run, which was so much fun. I'm so glad I did it. Even though the hike up was incredibly hard, the ski run was so much fun on the way down, and it was like an experience I know I'll never forget. Ketchum was really fun. I got to stay in Pennays, and we walked around the town like the teenagers did, and we went up the slopes, and we went ice skating with all my friends, and it was really fun to be with all our friends.
And new friends.
The bonus.
Mention a new friend that was a special, unique treat meeting someone new.
I kind of knew almost everyone that was there. Julia obviously is like special because I always know her, and like I knew almost everybody, but I met Sammy Cohen, and it was really nice because she's close to my age also, like Julia. She's a little bit younger than me, but she's really nice, and I had lots of fun with her. And also we met Thomas, who's really funny. He's like 2 years younger than me, but he's really funny to be with because he's like younger, and it's really cute. And yeah, so the two of them, it was really fun to hang out with them.
And then
And the bonus question is, what day would you like to do over again if you could, or repeat?
Well, I mean, every day. I mean, if we could do the trip again, I'd do it all again, except for maybe some of the hikes or the stops that were kind of boring. But I could do whitewater rafting again. I mean, if I could put like parts from every day together to make one perfect day, that would be really cool. Like water rafting, tubing, being with my friends, and with the family, and yeah. So like I loved everything.
Cut. Next up, Mom. What's up?
Las Vegas. What are we talking?
Go, Las Vegas.
Okay, Las Vegas.
Hold on. Do you want to have your glasses on?
Because half and half. It's gonna blow my mind. Okay. You tell me when.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is walking on the strip and seeing all the hotels with the girls and Tim and the shows and being just relaxed in the hotel swimming pool. That's something that we don't do really often. Being in a fancy hotel and just relax.
Go.
Oh, Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon. The colors of Bryce Canyon were incredible. It really impressed me more than I thought. I particularly remember two things: the great hike with the girls and Tim, and the morning run with Tim to the very top of Bryce Canyon. And those hoodoos formations were just unbelievable. Loved it.
Okay, Arches and Moab.
What I remember about Arches and Moab, once again, the colors, but instead of being light pink, is reddish. Oh, that's what I remember. The red arches and Moab, this incredible town, and the canyon and the arches, just so I don't know, I cannot describe, but I can remember the orange and the yellow of the town, which is much better than expected, and the humongous arches. I'm just sad that we didn't really go to the main. It's called the main Arch of Utah, Delicate Arch. That was my only regret.
Road to Colorado.
The road to Colorado, that is an unbelievable road, and the girls were not really paying attention. I particularly remember going for places like Copper Mountain and Vail, and I was just like this is a very scenic byway, and I could not take my eyes off the road. It's every single town after town, like Glenwood Springs and Vail and the mountains, and being on the 12,000 feet on the road and then seeing a bike path parallel to the road in the Colorado mountains. It was just unbelievable. I have to go back there. Longmont, I have to come up with two things. I will say whitewater rafting with the family in Cache la Poudre, and the day at the Rocky Mountains National Park. And just the scenery was just incredible. And of course, it was very relaxing this afternoons, having dinner with Grandma and Grandpa in their house. And the first day in Longmont, you and I did nothing, which was a treat. That's the only day we did nothing. I also like being in downtown with you, hanging out with you and getting your hair cut.
Hey, timer, Nicole. You guys are going back to
the pool.
The swimming pool. Okay.
way more than 30 seconds. Nicole, you gotta watch your time.
Black Hills. I am. It's
Black Hills, Custer Park. Black Hills impressed me way more than I expected. It is a mountain, but the lake surrounded by the black rocks, and the park is just amazing. And we went to the Indian thing, what is
Crazy
it?
Horse.
Crazy Horse, which disappointed me a little bit because we didn't get to go through close. Rushmore was great, but the park in itself, it's unbelievable. The lakes Sylvan Lake was incredible, and the two scenic roads, the Iron Mountain and the Needles
Okay.
Road.
Devil's Tower.
Devil's Tower, my favorite image that I have is the day we got there, we put our campground, it was actually a KOA, very decent, and seeing the girls, maybe the computer playing cards, whatever, and then the background is this Devil's Tower, dark
At
with the
night, I told you
sunset
that looks
at night, and
mysterious.
then being able to watch the Close Encounters of Third Kind.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That was pretty cool feeling. That was really nice. And of course the hike
Outside,
the
we
next
saw
day.
it outside. That was cool. That was so neat.
Yeah, and we hiked and run around it the next day.
Time.
Cody.
Cody, I found it really refreshing not to see any Starbucks or any commercial places in a town so western and so original and so pure still. I really like the feel of the town, and the museum was really good. I wish we had more time to get in the museum because we're playing golf. But Cody is a really cool town with a lot of history. Really liked it. Jackson, it was really nice to get back to the town. I just regret we couldn't go inner tubing because Bella was not quite comfortable. But you know, I really felt good that Tim finally got to go inner tubing because he really wanted to do it. So if he did it and Nicole did it, that made me happy. And you know, we just spent a nice time in the town for a few hours we were there.
Idaho. Any part of Idaho?
Idaho? I need 10 more minutes to talk
I
about
know.
Idaho. The ranch is, as usual, one of my favorite things, just to be with my friends. The scree run, and then going up the scree,
Doing
and
with
instead
your
of coming
daughter.
down the road, going all the way to the lookout
And
tower
then
and
the
run
scree
with
was
my
in
friends,
Nicole.
and then being able to share the scree run with my daughter she was so brave, she was so good, never complained, never whined. And then in Ketchum, two things were incredible. One was just being able to spend the whole morning shuffling kids and doing the little river rafting. And then, the day before yesterday, going with Tim to the top of Baldy and doing the 3,300 feet drop on the bikes, tricycles. That was a special treat. Single trail, never have done that before. And really liked
She already
it.
said
I
that.
talk about river rafting and just the feel of being in town with my friends and have the plans and go for dinner and have the coffee and walking down.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Tick,
one
tick, tick.
new friend that you met, or person that you met.
You know, 3 people come to my mind. I think it's not 3 people; it's 3 groups of people. Lori and Adam, her husband. We spent a lot of time with them, and we had a great time. Another one that comes to my mind is Liz Bottle. She is a really nice girl, and obviously Tristan that I know. And the third one is Karen Schneider. 3 people that I got to know a little bit more, and that was really nice.
Okay. And if you could do a day over again.
No, I cannot respond
That's
to
what I
that.
said.
I will
You
do
just
the same as Nicole said. Put all the pieces together to do all the adventure things, but instead of being a day, it will be 1 week of solid packed adventure non-stop.
Adventure not. Yeah.
With less hiking, like Nicole
Oh,
said?
no.
Yeah,
More
less hike-
hiking,
less
more
hike-
bike riding and running and
Yeah.
rafting and all that
Rafting.
stuff.
Yay.
Let's wine.
Okay, who's next?
Daddy.
I get this video.
Las Vegas.
Okay, unlike the other girls, I'm going to be more brief. I'm going to do just 1, 2 at the most of each area.
Okay.
So, Las Vegas for me, one was the run with Florencia. We did 2 morning runs around the Las Vegas Strip, and also the water show at the Mirage.
Good.
That was the Venetian.
The Venetian next.
No, the Bellagio.
Okay, the Bellagio, go.
Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon, my favorite event there was the night that we stumbled across the people doing their stargazing
Oh my
show.
goodness.
And we
Me
were-
too.
I completely forgot about that. That is one
Yeah,
of the
me too.
That's one of
It
the
was so
highlights
cool.
of the whole
And yeah,
trip.
we got to see nebulas.
Stargazing.
I already said
Saturn.
that.
Telescopes.
Saturn. 43
Hey,
telescopes.
hey, Arches.
Is it rolling?
Arches Moab. Yeah.
You're still rolling?
Arches
Yeah,
Moab.
Arches.
Arches Moab. Number 1 memory of Arches Moab was those damn mosquitoes that just ate us up at that campground right along the Colorado River.
That's it? No beauty?
Well, there's not, I just, like I said, I'm
Road to
choosing one.
Colorado.
Road to Colorado, I mentioned 2. One was the late night we got up to the can't remember the
Colorado
name of it,
National
Colorado
Monument.
National Monument, and we were driving forever. We didn't get to our campground until almost 11 o'clock. And then the next morning, Isabella and I drove our bikes down the hill. That was fun.
Longmont with Grandma and Grandpa.
We spent the 4th of July in Longmont. We had a real neat fireworks show. We rode our bikes about a mile from the house and saw a fireworks show. And the other, probably the most unforgettable, maybe of the entire trip, was that great river rafting trip we did down the
Cache-la-Poudre.
Cache-la-Poudre River.
Okay, my turn. Pause.
What's next, Bella?
Oh, Black Hills and Rushmore.
Hills and
Bella,
Rushmore.
Bella,
One
what does it
morning,
say?
Francie and I rode our bikes into town while the girls were still sleeping in a little town called Hot Springs. We had a nice 1 hour by ourselves
That
riding
was
bikes around
nice.
Hot Springs. And without a doubt, I'll let this car go by so I have a clear sound.
Oh, you guys did the inner tubing in the campground?
Yeah, I said that.
Are you still rolling?
Yes.
Without a doubt for me, which was the highlight of the trip, was going to see Mount Rushmore. It was everything I thought it would be. It's history, it's natural beauty. The two of those combined make it a very special and unforgettable part of the trip. And it's kind of like when you go to New York, you go to see the Statue of Liberty, you go to the middle of America, you see Mount Rushmore.
Okay, Devil's Tower.
Devil's Tower. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do,
Okay, we get it.
Seeing the movie Close Encounters the night before for the National Monument, which I had known about for 31 years and finally got to see it.
Cody.
I'll mention one thing we didn't do in Cody. I really wish we could have done.
The rodeo.
The rodeo. Would love to do the
Oh,
rodeo.
yeah.
Didn't do the rodeo. The highlight of Cody was indeed, as Francie mentioned, the Buffalo Bill Country Western Museum. Enormous. Beautiful.
Jackson.
I could show you back here with Jackson, but this big scratch I got on the back of my shoulder when Nicole and I were river rafting down. It's called the flat inner tubing down the flat river, and I slammed into the wall and got a big scratch. But that was the highlight. Doing what I'd spent 2 years thinking about, finally getting to go down that little river in Jackson and inner tube with Nicole.
It was fun.
Idaho. And
Way too much in Idaho. I'll mention two though. In town, one was what I did with Francie 2 days ago. We rode our bikes down the hill after we went up on the lift on the Sun Valley, Mount Baldy. And I got a flat tire at mile 6 of an 8-mile ride. So the last 2 miles I had to run and push it down the hill. Almost 3. And the highlight was doing the river rafting with all the families down. What was the name of that river?
God.
The river behind the town of
Ketchup.
The Trail River.
what about Idaho? Like,
I did mention so many things.
How about
Okay,
doing
new
the
friend.
screw with your podcast?
Of course.
Hey!
New friend.
New friend? Oh. Adam Cohen, who looks like Bruce Willis. I had a good time meeting him. He, along with Lee, Kenny, and her husband John, it was a lot of fun meeting those. As Francie mentioned, the Snyders as well. But I think Adam was probably the most memorable new friend we met.
And do-over day.
I would redo one of our days at the ranch. After doing the screen run, I would get in our car and take our inner tube. The next time we go to the ranch, I'm going to take our raft
go to
down
the
that little
river. That's what I was thinking.
The screen.
Okay. Now can I do my one thing?
Isabel, what you're going to do?
Okay, so this was like one of my favorite parts in the whole trip. We were in Las Vegas and we went, I think, the Mirage, I'm not sure. And there was this little place in there in the bottom floor where there was little music and the water would shoot out in this thing and they would be going with the music and the Bellagio, and there was this train. And there was a video of the train. You could go next to the train, and you could see yourself in the video. It was so cool. And then there was a train made out of plants. It was really cool. You couldn't even notice it, but it was gigantic. And then there had to be the whole little town
You mentioned there was the Bellagio Hotel.
Yeah, it was in the Bellagio, and there was on one place here you could see the little town made out of stuff, and it was really cool. And oh wait, and there was little hot air balloon figures on the top. It was awesome. I really like that.
Okay, can I go?
And action, redo, adding.
Okay, adding to Bryce Canyon, everyone in our family has been saying, the stargazing. But for me, I think it was extra special because I just learned about all this in science. In 8th grade, that was my last unit, and so it was really cool to see. We saw nebulas and star clusters, and I just learned about it, so it was really cool to actually see the real things. I'd seen pictures in textbooks, and I learned about how stars form, and finally I got to see it. So it was really special for me to see all these things that I'd been learning about. And also at the ranch, the teenagers always have one night, and we sleep in the lodge in the where the pool room is. So we all slept in there where the pool room is, and we stayed up playing cards, and I catch them at the ranch as a teenager. We played cards like a lot of the time, and it was really fun.
Okay, so I think I forgot to mention two things. One, absolutely positively, one of my favorite things is the 2 nights of stargazing in Bryce. It was the astrology night, and it was absolutely unbelievable. I really, really like that. Another thing I wanted to mention, an afternoon in Hot Springs, which I love the town. It was just, we get to this campground, which I think was the highlight, just to see my daughters. There's a big storm setting in the evening, and just to see my daughters putting on their bathing suit, getting into the inner tubes, and they spend the whole afternoon inner tubing in this cute little creek behind us. And Tim and I are inside our little camper van with the rain outside, just looking at the girls. And I thought, there is nothing more perfect like this. Just making the best out of the worst. It was just really cool. And that town was nice.
Do you want one more thing to say?
I gotta do one now. Okay.
Action.
And I forgot one more also, of the many I could have forgotten. Florencia said that we were at Hot Springs with the thunder, and that was a big memorable night when we were all sitting in the camper watching North by Northwest just the night before we were going to go to Mount Rushmore, and the thunder and lightning were going all around us, a big electrical storm. That was unforgettable.
That was so cool.
I don't want to do more of that next vacation.
Yay!
We'll use in the back of our car.
Nicole, ¿tuviste la llanta de tu papá? Nicole.
That's it. Cut it from there. Let's do some editing on our vacation trip.